give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat.
Dusty Vision TV. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. Please tell a friend about my program. And thank you to everyone for helping me get to 30,000 subscribers. Man, I was really happy when I saw that this past week. Man, it's been a weird past couple of weeks. We lost 3 rappers back to back, and I wanted to do a show tonight with someone who's been on my program before. I want his point of view on what's going on and how we could maybe hopefully change it, because the streets are just on fire out there. From Compton, California, ladies and gentlemen, Phuj Doose. How are you, man?
I'm good. What's going down with it?
I'm good, man. Appreciate you joining the program, like I said, and definitely hope you're having a good holiday season, you and the fam.
Absolutely, man. Likewise.
Yeah, cool, man. Well, let's jump right into it, man. Past 3 weeks, or not, just let's go with the past month. We lost Dolph, we lost Slim 400, and we lost Draco. Just probably within the past 48 hours of you and me talking. Now, let's go back to Dolph, man. What were your thoughts? And it's crazy because we didn't even have any time to really mourn Dolph. Then Slim gets hit, and then we have time to mourn Slim, and now it's Draco. I'm just like, I hope we're not mourning another rapper in the near future. But let's go to Dolph, man. Very prominent figure in Memphis, Tennessee. A lot of people are calling him, the Memphis Nipsey Hussle, doing just a lot of things for his community that Nipsey was doing as well. He owned like 100-something properties, and he was feeding his community, and to get killed in his own backyard, for lack of better words, man. What were your thoughts when you heard about Dolph passing?
Man, well, first and foremost, I can definitely see the comparison with Nip and Dolph as far as the image and what they were doing for their community. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily musically, of course, but just their whole aura or whatnot. So it was a tough loss. I know for Memphis, I was shocked when I heard it. My initial thoughts was like, damn, we were just talking about it. I know it's a pretty famous Vlad interview with Boosie when he say most rappers get killed in their hometown. Yeah. I'm sure a few people said it, you know what I mean? And we just keep proving them right on one hand. And on the other hand, it just breaks my heart to see it happen at the hands of another black man. That shit is crazy to me. And don't get me wrong, man. I understand from one side of the game because, I ran the streets, I did this, did that, so I get it. But I'm a little older now, so I just look at it from a perspective of like, damn, another black man dead at the hands of another black man. So from that perspective, it was very, very heartbreaking. Then of course, you get once something like that does happen, you get to see the family, his kids, and all the positive things he was doing in the community. It's like, damn, man, Memphis needed him, So that was bad. That was all bad when I heard that.
Yeah, it was sad, man, and it's crazy because, and I'm not advocating violence on anyone, trust me, but sure. It's really interesting when someone like Tekashi 6ix9ine is walking around free as a bird and throwing money in clubs, right. and Dolph is where he is. You know what I mean?
Right. Right. It's terrible. And again, to piggyback off what you just said, I don't wish violence, I don't wish death on anybody, man. But and I damn sure don't wish jail on anybody. But to see a person like Tekashi 6ix9ine walking around, I mean, living his best life. Yeah, living his best life, and you get the good ones like Nip, like Dolph, who really doing something. And I get it, from a street side of the game, like, it is what it is on the street level. But just overall, somebody who's doing good, somebody who's giving back, somebody who was a staple in their community, to be gunned down in their own community is always a bad thing.
Yeah, man. And you being a hip-hop artist yourself, a musician, what are your thoughts on Black Youngsta, who has gone viral within the past 24, 48 hours, depending on when you're listening to this out there in the audience. But Black Youngsta performed Shake Something in the club, and that's a song that is a flat out Dolph diss. And he basically
Yeah,
went
he
online
said that
today
in
and
the
said,
name.
yeah, and he said he don't give a F what anybody thinks. I mean, man, I mean, is there any stopping this, dog? I mean, this guy's
That was
and Black Youngsters, he's not 19, 20. I mean, he's probably pushing
right.
30. You know what I mean?
In my opinion, it was tasteless. It was tasteless. Again, like you said, let his family mourn. But ignorance is bliss, man. And Black Youngster, in my opinion, as an artist, you know, I, I really don't care for his music, so I don't really check for him or whatnot. I know him mostly from, the antics that he do on the
Exactly.
internet. You feel me?
I can name
So
one Black Youngster song. I
not
think,
one,
right?
not one. No, so it's almost like a play on that. Like it's just a part of the antics. He liked the attention. It appears. But I just thought, on some G shit, on some street shit, it was tasteless. It was tasteless, and he probably didn't do shit, but put the attention on him as far as police investigation. I don't know where that's at with it or anything like that, but if you did have something to do with it or put the word out or put the hit out or put the money up on his head or whatever the case was, you just bringing attention to yourself, and that shit ain't gangster at all. So I just say it was tasteless, bro. That was weak. That was weak as fuck. Like, and you see the reaction in the crowd. Like, I saw the clip of it. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? The crowd was speechless. Like, that shit was crazy. That shit was crazy.
Yeah, I didn't hear
Bro. I
anybody
thought it was
cheering. There
crazy.
was no cheering.
Nothing.
There was man.
Nobody singing along, right? It was tasteless, bro. That was weak, man. Let that shit go. That shit was weak. But
Yeah.
again, if that's how you get your clout, if that's how because again, it's just the antics. It's the antics. That's all I know him for. I don't know him for no music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, man, probably less than 2 weeks after we lose young Dolph, we go on the internet and we find out Compton rapper Slim 400 was murdered. And from what I understand, I could be wrong, it was in front of his grandma's house or something, or his baby mama. I don't know, but it was caught on camera, unfortunately. It looked like the man, Slim 400, fought till his death. I mean, it looks like he was grabbing the dude's leg and just trying to fight for his life. He went out, like a trooper, I guess, if that means anything. But you're from Compton, so hold on. Let me hang this phone up. Someone's calling me. All right, you're from Compton, so I don't know if this one hit you a little bit harder, But talk to me about, shit. 2 weeks after Dolph, here we go, Slim 400.
Man, so quick little backstory on Slim. I got a lot of family in Fruittown, and once upon a time, Fruittown and Treetop was they were solid opposed to how it is now or whatnot. So a lot of people from Treetop got family from Fruittown and vice versa. See what I'm saying? So one of Slim's uncles, OG from Treetop, would always be in Fruittown. So the other day, my auntie had called me when it first happened and asked me, did I hear about it? She was like, you knew him, right? I said, well, nah, I never really met him. She was like, no, you knew him. He used to be over here all the time on Peach. My family's from Peach Street, 300, 400, 500. You know what I'm saying? So she's like, he used to be over here on Peach. You know what I'm saying? That's such and such son. So I'm like, damn, no shit. He a few years younger than me. See what I'm saying? So when I'm hanging out over there with my relatives and shit, I'm 10, 12, 15 years old. He's about 6 years younger than me. So obviously we wasn't playing together at that time because of the age difference, but I do remember him. So it fucked me up even more. And again, being from not necessarily from the same hood, but we both off Rosecrans and shit. So it do hit a little different. And the way it happened, that was another one. That was terrible. And again, at the hands of a black man. Like, that shit is crazy to me, bro. And I might not have seen it that way when I was in the middle of it, of course, but again, being a little older, I got a daughter that's about to be 20 years old. My oldest son is 16. You know what I'm saying? So at that age, I was ripping and running. So now I'm looking at it like, damn, I got kids that age, and it breaks my heart, bro, because, again, like, when does it stop? Like you just said, when does it stop? It's an ongoing thing. So the loss of Slim 2 years after he was shot up 9 times, mind you. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's another one. That's all bad, man. Slim wasn't tripping like that. Slim was on his music shit. And again, just another tough loss for the city. Rest in peace, Slim. Trees in peace, Slim. Like, for sure.
Yeah, man. Here we go. Within the past 48 hours. Now, let me take it back. When I first read this lineup, dog, that was at this festival where Draco lost his life, I'm like, dogs, there's no way something's not gonna pop. I'm reading the lineup. I'm like, blood, Crip, PIRU, blood. Like, I'm like, dog, essay. Like, they're so and that was a place that I'm, as a 40-plus-year-old man, I'm gonna stay far away from it. If they're streaming it, I'll check it out live or something. But there's no way in my right mind. 20 years later, I've been all up in that motherfucker, dodging bullets or whatnot. But yeah, man, Draco, and something else that was caught on camera, and I'm purposely not watching this because I've seen the Indian Red Boy thing fucked me up, man. When I saw that, I wish I never clicked on that. Like, as I'm telling you this story, it's like I see him dying in the car. So I was like, I'm not gonna look at Draco's death, and I'm not faulting anybody who does. I'm just not, if me, dog. I can't do it. But apparently, he was stabbed pretty bad. Blood gushing everywhere. I guess there was a big fight. Tell me what you felt when you woke up and you got the news about Draco. And I didn't really listen to his music because I'm kind of out of the the element or whatever, the target demo for his music. So I'm not going to sit here and act like I was a big fan or anything, but I can recognize talent, and dude had talent. But yeah, saying that, man, talk to me about Draco.
So with Draco, I try to keep my ear to the street, especially the city. You know what I'm saying? LA. I try to keep my ear to the street. So I was aware of Draco. I knew about him going to jail and all that. I heard a little bit of his music, and I was a little intrigued because, again, he had a different style. Like you say, he had talent. He had a different style, and his shit was good. He had some decent music, and to hear that. Now, prior to that, obviously, the whole issue that I guess his team, the Sting team, has with the Inglewood cats. That was kind of going up on the internet for a minute, right? Boom. They going back and forth. So me personally, I probably would have laid low, but on some music shit, I understand. He got a show, he gonna go perform. But when I seen that, I'm not gonna say that I'm trying to think of the best way to word it. I wasn't necessarily surprised, but it did kind of catch me off guard, I guess, would be the best way to put it. Especially, right, because you hear, damn, such and such got shot up. But no, you hear this nigga got stabbed in the neck. Whoa.
Yeah, that's close. That's close.
That's close, bro.
That's a different mentality to stab somebody.
Different mentality.
Yeah.
That's a whole different mentality, man. So that one did hit a little different because of that reason alone. So it was like, it was interesting. Like, wow. And, I saw the Slim 400 video once. And again, that's something I don't never want to watch again. I'm not going to watch it again. I did see the video of Draco being laid out. Something I'm not going to watch again. And he looked lifeless there, right? They said, I guess he passed a little later or whatnot. And, he could have just been unconscious from losing so much blood or whatnot. So he might not have necessarily been gone at the time of that video. But again, that had personal. So I'll be curious just to know, like, was it, I guess, from the issue they got with the Inglewood cats? Was it somebody up there they got into it with? That I don't know. From what I understand, he didn't necessarily gangbang. And that's another thing I want to speak on real quick. Like, when people who say they don't gangbang, but they affiliated though, and they running like a gangbanger, you gotta know. You gotta know, like, this shit is real, bro. This gangbanging shit, and as sad as it sounds, like, man, niggas out here take that shit serious like it's 1988, bro. Feel what I'm saying? Like it's 1989, and full throttle with it still. So you can't be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I heard him say something like, fuck the city of Inglewood except for the Inglewood Crips. But you don't gangbang, though. You know what I'm saying? So you can't necessarily be 1 foot in, 1 foot out. If you're gonna jump all the way in, you know, getting stabbed in the neck might come with that. But you know, so it's just one of them things that I hated to see. Obviously, again, we don't know, but probably at the hands of another black man. And that it just always takes me back to that. Man, I'm a little older now, bro, and
Yeah.
I'm like,
I ain't worried about no cop shooting me. You know what I'm saying?
you
Like,
feel what I'm saying? Like, bro, even in the city growing up, gang banging and shit. And don't get me wrong, I got a few homies that's been killed by the police, but we weren't necessarily worried about the police coming through killing us. You know what I mean? It was people that looked like us who wore a different color than us is what was our main thing. And obviously with the brown and the black thing, eventually that started to get out of hand. But, you know, for the most part, when all this shit first started, man, it was people that looked like you that was coming for you. So just being older and kind of being away from it for a minute, you just kind of see it from a different perspective. Like, you know, I'm at the point like, look, we ain't even got to call a truce. Just call a ceasefire. If you don't want to hang out and shake hands with these cats, that's fine. But let's do a ceasefire because you got a whole new generation coming up. You got grandmothers scared to go to church. You got kids scared to walk to the park who can't even go to that park. So, you know, if y'all don't want to call a truce, bro, let's at least call it a ceasefire. Y'all stay on y'all side of town, they stay on their side of town, and that's that, man. You know, I ain't got to get out here and sing kumbaya with each other, but I mean, goddamn, this is bad, bro. And that's why I got my kids out of California, to be honest. And don't get me wrong, it happens everywhere, but you know, as far as from the actual gangbang perspective, like, yeah, man, I knew, like, shit, I'm not raising my kids in Compton Unified School District, straight like that. So, you know, R.I.P. to the fallen soldiers, and you know, God bless their families. Condolences. Got kids gonna grow up without a father, which is an ongoing thing in our community. So, you know, I pray for the kids, man. I pray for the kids.
let me ask you one last question, then I'll let you go. If you had a magic wand and you could make all of this change, like what would Phuj Doose do, or how would you change what's going? Because we're going in a direction, dog, where we're seeing homicide rates reminiscent of the 90s, man. I mean, we're breaking records all across the country, Philly, Miami, like LA, I mean Compton, like it's really bad out there, like it was when you and I were growing up. But talk to me, if you had a way to change things, what would you do?
So me and Red Rum, rest in peace. Yeah. We had a solid relationship. You know what I'm saying? He was more like a mentor for me on the music tip and shit like that. And we used to chop it up on shit, right? Even outside of music. Like, I really appreciated his perspective on life because he rocked with both sides. And I think he saw the bigger picture. So that was a special relationship for me. And I remember him and I was actually going, after he passed, I was going through my messages. And a few years ago, we had talked about, I had brought it up. So whenever, the truce was in 92. So 25 years after 92, whatever year that was, 2017 or somewhere up in there, 16, 17. I sent them a message and I said, you know, we coming up on the 25th anniversary of the truce. I think this would be a good time to start like a first annual truce day. And he was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? That's a hell of an idea. So if I can do something or wave a magic wand, I would do something like that, man, because this shit is getting out of hand. We're going in the wrong direction, and kind of doubling back to what I just said. Like, even if y'all don't want a truce, let's at least have a ceasefire. Y'all stay over there, y'all stay over there, and that's that. But, you know, if we can do like almost kind of like I know they had the Black Family Reunion going on down south, which was going strong for a while, but something like that, because for an example, in the city of Compton, which is a little less than 10 square miles, me and my younger brother was talking about this. Everybody is related one way or another, or is connected through somebody, or has a mutual associate or friend or something, because it's not big. It's 100,000 people in 10 square miles. So everybody in Compton is connected somehow, bro. And that's just Compton. You know, Watts, Inglewood, South Central, I'm sure it's the same thing. So if I have something to do, man, my main thing will be, you know, we got to get our own shit. We got to get our house in order before we can go to somebody else's house. So, you know, I would try to do something like that. A Truth Day, a Black family reunion. Once we got that situated, then, you know, we can look at the bigger picture of getting shit right with the essays and shit. Because we grew up with these cats.
Yeah,
you
man.
feel what I'm saying? Like, went to school with a gang of essays and shit, man. And me and some of them still solid or whatnot, but it's, you know, it's just all bad across the board. So if I could do something about it, that's what I would do.
Man, dog. Gave me goosebumps, homeboy. That's deep shit, and I hope we see that one day, a Truce Day.
Sure.
Man, that would be so dope. Because if we don't fix this in our community, like you said, if we don't fix this, they're gonna fix it. And when I mean the government, they're gonna come in with the big guns, with the big laws. We're gonna start seeing 1994 crime bills all over again. And stop fucking around. We got to, if we fix this, if people like Phuj Doose with the mind of him, and if we had just him in each city and would put that Truce Day together, that would be dope, man. That's dope shit. Phuj, where can everybody find you, man? If you have anything you want to promote, the floor is yours.
Man, PhujDoose.com, PHUJDOOSE. Links to all my social medias on there. So PhujDoose.com. I'm on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. And I keep saying I'm gonna get a TikTok, bro. And if I do, the link will be on PhujDoose.com. But yeah, you can find my latest projects, latest videos, and links to all my socials at PHUJDOOSE.com. I appreciate the time, Dusty.
There it is. Always a pleasure, man.
Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some food to eat. Just give me a little bit of peace, steady job and some